Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be learning the types of pronouns. So what is a pronoun? A pronoun gives the special information about the noun, and when the noun is on the vacation, the pronoun helps us. So with no longer delay, let's start with pronouns. We use pronouns in the place of nouns. Pronouns agree with the nouns, they replace number and gender. They can be categorized in 9 types: personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, interrogative pronoun, relative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, distributive pronoun, and indefinite pronouns. So today we will be learning 8 types of pronouns, which are the most important. Personal pronouns. These are pronouns first, personal pronoun. They are used in the place of specific person or thing, like above. He works as, do, I, and we. Personal pronouns are used in place of the names of people and things. If the personal pronoun is doer of the action, the subject of the sentence is called subject pronoun. If the pronoun receives the action done by the subject, it is called the object pronoun. So, some examples of personal pronoun are he, she, it, they, them, me, us, and etc. Now, let's go to the possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun shows the ownership. Like, this pen is mine. This is mine only. This is not yours. Okay? And that pen is not mine. That is yours. Don't you understand? That is not mine. Okay? So these show ownership. The possessive pronoun. Like mine, hers, his, etc. Now the reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun are the pronouns which are used when we want to refer back to the subject of the sentence. In some cases, they can act as the object of the sentence if the subject and the object are the same. Examples: I looked at myself in the mirror. So, when the first part of the sentence is talking about the second part of the sentence, like I looked at myself in the mirror. So, I is the subject and myself is also the when I am talking about myself. Please help yourself. There's plenty of ice cream. The students solve the problem themselves. So, the subject is the students, and later in the sentence, it is talking about themselves only. Like, the students solve the problems themselves. Now, emphatic pronouns. These are also similar to reflexive pronouns because these both reflexive and emphatic pronouns have the same word, which is self or selves. Self is used when it's singular and selves is used when it's plural verb. So, emphatic pronouns are used to emphasize the action of the subject. They have the same forms of reflexive pronoun. So, the main difference is reflexive pronoun they talk about themselves first and later in the sentence, but in emphatic pronoun they just have the self word just after the subject. Like I is the subject, and just after the subject they have the self word. For example, I myself agreed to organize the picnic. So, I is the subject and myself is used to define I. The children themselves. The children is the subject and themselves is just after the subject. So, this is the main difference between reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Now, let's go to interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. As the name suggests, interrogatives mean the questioning sentences or words. So, some questionings and words are who, what, which, whom, whose. And interrogative sentences often end with an question mark. Like, for example, Dash will come with me to the market. Yes, who will come with me to the market? Dash of these shirts do you like? Which of these shirts do you like? So this is a question, and who, which, whose are the questioning words which are used. Now let's go to the relative pronoun. Relative pronouns are the pronouns which are used to refer to the noun mentioned earlier in the sentence. They also help us to join two sentences. The relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, that, and which. They are often incorrectly used who in place of whom. Remember that who functions as the subject and whom functions as the object in the sentence. For example, doctors who care for their patients are respected. The relative pronoun is the subject, so we use who. Patients want doctors whom they can trust. The relative pronoun here is an object, so we use the word whom. So now let's get some examples of relative pronoun. Some examples are what you want cannot be given for you. You got what you deserve. The thing which, okay? Whose is used as a relative pronoun for animate objects too. Now let's get to the second last type of pronoun, which is demonstrative pronoun. The demonstrative pronouns are the pronouns which is used to point at specific people and things. Few examples are this, that, and these, those. This, that is used when the thing you are talking about is near and is singular. And these, those are used when the thing you are talking about is at far and it is plural. For example, this is the boy who is a member of the music group. So this is the boy. So this is the demonstrative pronoun here. Now we have the distributive pronouns. What are distributive pronouns? These are pronouns which are used to talk about people or things as an individual member of a pair or of a group. A distributive pronoun is always singular and is therefore followed by a singular verb. For example, each, either, neither, either, nor, etc. So we completed the topic pronoun in just 8 minutes. Okay, so now we will meet you in the next video. Goodbye.